about a month and a half left, if you will, just about a month and a half. So who knows where we're going to end up, as we come through the home stretch of this year. So now with that being said, guys, as all of that great information relates to us and making sure that we have a solid business base, a solid structure in place. It's all about getting back to the basics, and it's all about focusing on the basics. So first things first, guys, we know that our business is built on the simple, duplicatable system of the 4 steps and 4 questions. 4 steps and 4 questions. And as you can see here, this is our guide. This is our checklist. So if you ever want to check the health of your business, if you ever want to check the health of your business, whether you're growing, whether you're stagnant, we always have to go back and look at the 4 steps. It's just like operating a car. If our car is not, accelerating the way how it should, when we take it to the mechanic or to the service center, depending on the brand of car that you have, the auto technicians will actually run a health check on the car, which is called a diagnostics. Right? So in essence, this is our automobile diagnostics, if you will, as it relates to our organic business. Number one, be a product of the product. Bottom line, guys, it's about utilizing the products that we're marketing in the marketplace. As we know, it's not about selling the product that we have per se in the traditional sense of the word, but more so being a sharer, utilizing the products ourselves and sharing our testimony of how we like the toothpaste and the compliments that we're getting from friends and family, and when we visit our dentist for our routine dental appointment, utilizing our soap that we have, and whenever the lotion's available, because it's one of the top selling products. If you're a coffee drinker, consuming your brand of coffee, right? Because understand, guys, our true product, we actually have 2 true products. Number one is our Ganoderma, the genius and power of Ganoderma, infusing consumable products that people use every single day, so that we can all utilize them and receive our own benefits from Ganoderma. Right? So if we're not being a product of the product, then it's going to be difficult for us to acquire customers, right? And the genius of that, guys, it creates simplicity in our business, because now when we're out sampling the product, somebody asks, well, Gino, how do you like the King of Coffee? I see that you guys have organic King of Coffee. How do you like that? But if you're sampling your own product line, you can give your own testimony. Especially with our toothpaste. Obviously, our toothpaste, guys, is fluoride free, and we're having so many incredible testimonies about what our toothpaste is actually doing for customers, as well as fellow business partners as well, and for our brand new partners, and even if you're not brand new, and if you've never given your testimony, right, your testimony to your sponsor, meaning the person who actually enrolled you, right, you want to make sure you go ahead and do that, because as we can see here, this is the 4 steps to success, and it's our checklist. So as we analyze where we are in business right now, if we're in momentum, we always want to go back to the checklist to make sure that we checked off every single aspect of the 4 steps, and ensuring that when brand new business partners come on board, right, when they come on board, we're making sure that we're leading by example and coaching them on these simple 4 steps, right? So when you sponsor someone in business, within their first 24 to 48 hours at the latest, we want to go ahead and make sure that we collect their testimony. Here's why we want to go ahead and collect their testimony, because we want to know how they feel about the product that they're getting ready to market, that they're getting ready to sample, right? And then we can take their testimony, and whether we want to log it into an email type of a system or some type of a electronic filing system, or maybe we just want to write it down in a testimonies notebook. Maybe this particular business partner hasn't had a great deal of sleep in quite some time. But since they've consumed a couple of cups of our green tea or red tea or black coffee or latte coffee or whatever product line it is, if that's their testimony, then we can go ahead and write that down in our testimonies book log, so that we log the testimony. So now when we're out in the marketplace giving away free samples of product, right, for people to sample our product, we can remember, go back to our log and say, well, you know what? My buddy who I just sampled, he was just telling me that he's been having some challenges sleeping. Now, when we follow up with, let's just say it's John. We follow up with John and we're asking him, how did you enjoy the taste? How did it make you feel? John now goes ahead and said, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the coffee or I don't know if it's the tea or whatever he sampled, but I slept pretty good last night. I don't know if it's my mind, playing tricks on me. Whatever he says, as soon as he says, you know what? I had the best sleep that I've ever had, or whatever he says about sleep. Now we can go back to our reference point, because now that's our testimony. Or we might have collected some testimonies from fellow business partners. So guys, let's make sure that when brand new business partners come on board, we're collecting their testimony, because we can use it to actually acquire customers of our own. Next, part B of step 1 is to set ourselves up on the proper auto ship. What does this mean? Bottom line, reordering products, meaning coffee, tea, hot chocolate, for personal consumption, because we're obviously paying ourselves first by consuming our own product line. So if you're a coffee drinker, you shouldn't be consuming Starbucks anymore, because Starbucks doesn't pay you to recommend or drink their coffee. So identify the brand of coffee that you like, and that's what you consume, right? Because then you can give your testimony, a very strong testimony, about what the product is actually doing for you, by you having a consistent flow of product flowing into your household, right? So as you're setting up your auto ship, I want you to think about what's called the four S's, right? Number 1 is consumption, right? Consumption, right? And we just title that with an S, right? Consumption, right? Based on what you consume, right? Based on what you consume on a month-to-month basis, your personal supply. That's the word I was looking for, supply. What is your supply, and how do you determine that? Number 1, how many cups of coffee do you consume every single day? How many cups of coffee do you consume every day, or tea or hot chocolate, right? Just using these beverages as an example, right? Let's just use coffee, because we can all relate to coffee to some degree. Let's say you're consuming roughly 3 cups of coffee per day, right? 7 days a week. Per week, you're consuming 21 cups of coffee. 21 cups of coffee. Well, let's round it to 20. Per week, you're consuming 20 cups of coffee. And let's say you're consuming the black coffee. So now each week, you're consuming 20 cups of coffee. That means in 1 month, you're consuming roughly 80 cups of coffee for the month, for your own personal consumption, your own personal supply. If you're married, what does your wife consume? Does she like the green tea? If she likes the green tea, then that's going to be a part of your personal order for your personal supply for your home, your personal consumption. Do you have small children? Do you have grandchildren? Maybe they live with you. I don't know. But based on your household, right, you want to identify, what does everybody consume? If you have a son or daughter, do they consume hot chocolate? Do they like the mocha? So we first have to start with our personal supply, because remember, we're in business for ourselves, and we should be consuming, and absolutely should be consuming, what we're providing to the marketplace, because we get paid to consume what we are providing to the marketplace, right? So that's the first aspect you want to look at as you set up the proper ordership, or known as reorder, for the month. In addition to that, right, you need to include 2 toothpaste, right? Because Colgate, Crest, Tom's of Maine, Arm& Hammer, all these different brands are not paying us to utilize the brand. So in your household, I know that you've probably grown up on Colgate, Crest. Listen, utilize your own brand of toothpaste, because as you utilize your own brand of toothpaste, you'll have a testimony that you can share with potential customers, family members, as well as brand new business partners, because brand new business partners will ask you, hey, listen, Flonsdale, are you using the OG Smile? And for those of us who are brand new and you may not know what the name is for our toothpaste, it's called OG Smile. OG Smile. Right? So also, just to stress this as well, our toothpaste is fluoride free. Right? And according to experts and a lot of research, a lot of people are saying, hey, listen, fluoride is one of the potential causes, or one of the major causes that leads to cancer. Right? So in addition to that, soap, we also have soap. Right? And of course, everybody takes showers, right? Right? So utilizing that as well, right? And then also the capsules, which is the truest form of how to take advantage of one of our major products, which is the Ganoderma. Guys, when you're consuming the capsules, right, maybe you just need to start consuming the beverages and then graduate to the capsules, but eventually you want to graduate to the capsules, because by consuming the capsules, you're actually able to get to receive more benefits of what Ganoderma is all about. And if you're unaware of Ganoderma, for your own personal awareness, what I encourage you to do, go to Google and type in Ganoderma. You'll be amazed at what you see. And also understand as well, as we're growing the business, one of the things that you never want to do, you never want to get into a sparring match with a potential customer or potential business partner about the greatness of Ganoderma. Right? Let's utilize third-party tools and direct our potential or current business partner or future or current customer to take a look at either PubMed, WebMD. Have them go to Google and type in Ganoderma, and let the experts, right? Let the experts expose these individuals to the information about Ganoderma. And even when we're sampling, guys, do yourself a favor and don't get into details about Ganoderma. Just let the product speak for itself. One of the major selling points as to why we are successful as a company, because of the power and the genius of simplicity. Guys, it's just coffee. Right? And when people sample our product, they're going to have their own testimony. So we don't know what Ganoderma is going to do for a specific person. But what we do know, it will be the best cup of coffee that they've ever sampled. Right? Right? So, in addition to that, sampling, the second S. So, see, I'm breaking down how to structure your business and have the proper reorder. Right? The proper reorder. The second S is sampling. Guys, the best way to grow this business is by sampling the product, meaning giving away the product the right way. The person that samples the most, or the group of individuals that samples the most product, they'll acquire the most customers, the most repeat customers, as well as the most business partners who will be exposed to the business. So if we lead with the product, right, sample more than enough people will come back and say, I either like the product, I love the product, I want to become a customer, how can I purchase some more? Is there an opportunity where I can earn money as well? And also, individuals who may say, well, listen, I'm not a salesperson. Let me just share this with you. You don't have to be a salesperson. And understand also, there's nothing wrong with being a salesperson. Sales is one of the most respected professions in the world. Sales is one of the most respected professions in the world. And it's the number one profession in the world in terms of being able to dictate how much income you earn. Right? Because it's based on productivity. Right? But here in network marketing, in our profession, we are individuals who share and we recommend our products. And what better product line to recommend than coffee, tea, and hot chocolate? Right? No better product line to actually recommend. right? So sampling, right? So you want to determine how much sampling you're going to be doing. Do you want to grow a fast business? Right? And if so, then you're definitely going to need to have black and latte, especially black and latte to sample. Think about it. A box of black has 30 samples inside of it. What if you sampled all 30 samples to 30 people? And as one of my mentors, Mr. Brian Davis, always says, we have a 99% failure-proof business. 99.9% failure-proof business. Here's why. You sample out 30 samples of black coffee to 30 people. And what if 29 out of 30 people say, you know what? I don't like the coffee. But one person out of 30 said, you know what? I love it. I love this black coffee. It's the best cup of coffee I've ever had. I didn't have the heart palpitations, the jitters, and whatever their testimony is going to be. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Let the potential customer give their testimony. Right? But what if that one person out of 30 said, you know what? I love it. And they turn around and purchase 3 boxes at the cost of $30. That one box of black cost you $17. Each sachet of black coffee averages to about 55 cents. A 55-cent sample to the right person now has gained you $90. Off of a $17 investment, because that's the wholesale cost. Because of our concept here of coffee, guys, the consumption of coffee, the revenue that's generated behind coffee, guys, it's a win-win every time. All right. So that's the second S as you set up the proper ownership. All right. Next is selling. Naturally, when you're sampling a lot, you're going to be able to retail boxes to customers immediately. And if you have a sizable supply of product on hand, when you're directly sampling individuals, they'll naturally ask you, how can I purchase a box right now? Or if they don't say right now, they may say, can you get me a couple of boxes over the next couple of days? If you have the product on hand, which we all should, because we're in the coffee business, right? That's immediate cash purchase and cash in our hand. Simple. Cash and carry. Right? Your customer may live maybe 5 minutes from you, 10 minutes from you. It may be your next door neighbor. It may be a family member. Right? What we never want to do, guys, we never want to have an interruption of a great consumer experience with our customer. Right? We live in the United States, and as a whole, majority, it's referred to as the popcorn mentality or the microwavable society based on mindset. We want things now. We want things right now. We want things right away. And if we have the product on hand, there is no interruption in that great consumer experience. What do I mean by interruption? If we don't have the product and then we have to send them to the website, right? It's going to take roughly 3 to 5 business days for that customer to receive their product, right? Think about it, guys. That customer has been accustomed to consuming Folgers, Maxwell House, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, Tim Hortons for the past 10, 15 years. They've only had 1 cup of the Organigo brand of coffee. So naturally, if they don't have access to more cups of coffee from our Organigo stable of products, what are they going to naturally do? Exactly what human beings do. They go back to what's comfortable. They go back to what's convenient. But if we have the product on hand, we can immediately have that person begin to consuming what we are providing, right? So that's the third S, selling, which is also known as retailing, right? The fourth S, when it comes to setting up the proper reorder, is supply. Supply, supply, supply. That leads me to part C of step 1, which is to purchase 2 boxes of black coffee. When a brand new partner enrolls, guys, it's very important for us to wholesale them 1 box of black, 1 box of latte. Here are the reasons why that's so important, other than it being a part of the system. When a brand new partner enrolls, they're not typically receiving their silver pack, their gold pack to go home with after an event. Right? So it's our responsibility as a sponsor and leader to wholesale them 8 box of black and 1 box of latte so that immediately they can begin sampling to their potential customers. It's also designed this way to set our brand new business partner up to begin to gain customers. Think about it. If someone enrolls with a gold pack immediately, right? They've just invested roughly $1,400. They're not going to receive their package for about 5 days. Now they go back to work and they're very excited. Hey, listen, I just launched my coffee business. I'm so excited. I'm going to be a coffee millionaire. Oh my goodness. I found a way to earn money when people drink coffee. And now their coworkers are excited with them, right? They've taken out the pom-poms, they've taken out, some apple cider and everybody's excited. When all the excitement wears off, hey, listen, Joe, you have any coffee? I know we're all excited for you, but do you have any coffee? No. They told me that it's going to arrive in about 5 days. What do you mean they told you? Who are they? What do you mean? Oh, let me get this right. You just signed up for one of those things where they show you a presentation, they take your money, and you never hear from them again, and you never receive what you purchased, what you invested in. Of course, that's not the case here in Organo Gold, but misery loves company. Misery hates to lose company. So what am I getting at? We got to make sure that we're preparing brand new business partners to win also. Your brand new business partner may be married, maybe they have a significant other, and they probably didn't tell their significant other that they were launching a coffee business. Now, they need what's called social proof. By them purchasing these 2 boxes, they can also take the boxes home and sample their spouse, who also drinks coffee. Now their spouse consumes the coffee. You know what? This is really good coffee. Okay, now what do we register for again? Oh, this coffee? Wow, we get a chance to market this. But see, if we send them home without their boxes, we're leaving them open to be faced with a lot of opposition. To just get rid of that opposition, make sure our brand new business partners have coffee in their hands. The other thing, it also sets up our brand new business partner to sample out all of those samples. So by the time their gold pack or whatever package they registered with actually arrives within 3 to 5 business days, they already have 10, 15, 20 boxes sold, which means that they have generated money. Everybody who launches an Organo Gold business launches a business to generate money. One thing's for sure with brand new business partners, when they are able to generate money within their first 24 hours, like one of our brand new business partners, Gino, right, who's already generating money, right? It says to them, listen, it works. The formula for success works. What they say does work. But guys, that's step 1. So see, as we're building our business, this is what we call the health check, the health checkup. Like how, we periodically go visit our doctor to make sure that we're maintaining a great bill of health. Same thing here with our business. Step 2, build a list of contacts. God, this is so important, right? If you've never developed a list of contacts, I highly encourage you to start doing it now. Right after this call, begin to develop your list. Guys, without your list, step 3 and step 4 really doesn't matter, right? Because It's all about having a list on hand so that we can provide you with the coaching to be able to acquire customers as well as share the opportunity with business partners. And understand, guys, duplication is so important. Duplication is so important. If you have a list, now when you share the opportunity with brand new business partners and now they register, they're going to replicate these same steps. But if you don't have a list, then you can never coach someone how to prepare a list. Guys, here it is. It's very simple to do. Take out a sheet of paper. Better yet, have a notebook. Right? You're going to create 2 separate lists. And please don't put the lists together because you'll confuse yourself. The first list is going to be for coffee drinkers, tea drinkers, hot chocolate drinkers, bottom line beverage drinkers. As you're looking at your screen or if you're listening on the conference line, the Organigo system says 50, but you never want to make your minimum your maximums. You never, ever, 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 ever want to make your minimums your maximums, right? So at least 50 coffee drinkers, tea drinkers, hot chocolate drinkers. Right? In addition to that, you want to add to that list what I refer to as your no matter what people. Your no matter what people. People who will support you just because it's you. It doesn't matter what you're marketing, what you're retailing, what you're selling. People who are going to support you just because it's you. Just because it's you. Right? And by you beginning to prepare this list, your mentor, your coach, your sponsor, is going to work with you on acquiring customers. Right? If you look further down on your screen, you'll see it says get 10 retail customers. Our goal is to help you to acquire at least nothing less than 10 retail customers. If you want to do more than that, awesome. We're definitely going to help you to do that. But without a list, we're not able to effectively help you to acquire customers. Write this down. Customers and business go together. Customers and business go together. Guys, no business can survive or thrive without customers. I say it one more time. No business can succeed or thrive without customers. We have to have customers. So our goal is to help you to develop 10 customers and teach others who are going to launch in your business to also acquire 10 retail customers who we're servicing on a month-to-month basis. But it all starts with the list, right? And especially if you're brand new and or if you've never prepared a list, I'm going to encourage you to start with at least 10. 10, right? Maybe 50, maybe more than 50, maybe a little bit challenging for you to actually envision. Maybe that's a little bit scary for you. I don't know. But if it is, start with 10. Start with 10. Write down 10 names of 10 people you know who are in your family, close friends, your no matter what people, some people who owe you some favors. Maybe you've loaned some people some money and they haven't, returned it back to you, or maybe you loaned some people the money and they have returned it to you, or you've helped some people get out of a jam, or you provided some people some coaching or some life advice. I don't know, whatever it is, but write them down on your drinkers list, because these are the people who are going to help you to call to have them support you by purchasing a couple of boxes from you, to help you to launch your business. Right? The second list you're going to go ahead and create is your business builders list. Now, guys, just make sure that you don't put the business-minded individuals on your drinkers list, even though they may drink coffee. Even though they may drink coffee, here's why. Business-minded professionals, they want to learn about how they can earn profits from coffee. They want to learn about the business model. Even though they drink coffee, we're going to share the business opportunity with them, and I'm going to share with everybody a couple of ways that you can actually do that. Now, when you share the business opportunity with them, if right now may not be that time for them to launch an Organigo business, we can still get them as a customer. Right? So make sure we have 2 separate lists, right? Who should you have on this business builders list? Every person you know that's business minded. Even if they are a multi-millionaire, even if they're a multi-billionaire, they're very successful, right? One thing about successful people, they want to be successful again. Right? They would love to launch another project that will allow them to become successful again. To launch another project that would add multiple 5, 6, and potentially 7 figures to their portfolio. Because see, successful people became successful because they identified particular business opportunities or investment opportunities and made definitive decisions about launching in those opportunities. And that's why they're successful and consistently successful. And also, guys, get this. Sharing the business opportunity with successful men and women, they're the most easiest people to talk to. Right? They're the most easiest people to talk to. Individuals who are not business minded and who've never had success in the business world or not even necessarily or just only in the business world. Maybe, it's a successful pastor, a successful husband and wife, a successful school teacher. So the person doesn't necessarily have to only be a business owner, right? But business owners, are about what they are individuals who are in other professions who are also business minded, they're goal driven, and also write this down as well as you're preparing your list. It's called 4 Checkers. Once again, if you have access to the internet, go ahead and log on to gpoverview.com, gpoverview.com, and you can see the information that's actually on the computer right now. All right, so it's called 4 Checkers, right? This is how you're able to identify the sharpest people, Number 1, this individual has personal influence. Personal influence. Personal influence. Simply put, their word is gold. If they speak, people listen. Right? Number 2 of what's called 4 Checkers. Self-starter. Self-starter. Right? They're going to assess this information. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to go ahead and build this business big. Whether you take a vacation or not, they know exactly what they need to do, and they're going to go ahead and build it without you. Number 3, teachable, coachable, and trainable. Teachable, coachable, and trainable. Right? They understand that they have never had any success in this particular business model within this particular culture of success. So they're going to humble themselves long enough to learn what they need to do and then implement what they need to do. Number 4 of what's called 4 Checkers. They're financially equipped to launch a business. So as you're preparing your business builders list, you want to go ahead and identify the sharpest people that you know. Right? And this is a philosophy that Mr. Bugs actually teaches. It's called 4 Checkers. 4 Checkers. Right? Part C of step 2 is to learn the 4 questions. I'm going to get into the 4 questions in just a few moments here, guys. But as you can see, part D of step 2, is about acquiring retail customers. Guys, we have the retail script already typed up, already ready to go. Guys, it's very simple. We do role playing to actually help brand new business partners to become comfortable doing it. And very simply put, we're just asking people who love, trust, and respect us for their support to purchase a couple of boxes to help us to launch our business. That's it. Guys, very simple. Step 3, book 4 coffee and jazz mixers, guys. And as we go into next Tuesday, we're going to spend more time on coffee and jazz mixers, guys. And then also on step 4, we're going to go a lot more into detail about step 3 of the 4 steps and then step 4 as well, because all of these steps play a major role in us succeeding. Step 3, book 4 coffee and jazz mixers, right? Coffee and jazz mixer is nothing more than a home meeting. Right? A get together at your home, inviting, individuals from your list. Understand that you can't go to step 3 without, working step 2, right? Preparing your list. In order to have an effective coffee and jazz mixer, you have to have a list. And guys, do this. Do yourself this favor. Make sure you're using penmanship. You're using a pen or a pencil, and you're creating your list on paper. Guys, don't leave it on an Excel spreadsheet only. If you're tech savvy and that's what you're comfortable doing, that's awesome. Right? But you want to make sure that you write it down. Write it down on paper. Write it down in a notebook. Because if technology fails, as it tends to do, then now you no longer have a list and you have to start from square one. Or if you say, well, listen, my list is in my cell phone, guys, that's ineffective behavior. Ineffective success behavior. Here's why. Anything that could go wrong will go wrong at some time. Maybe you're on the phone. right? And it has happened to me where I'm on the phone, and I'm in the bathroom, and it just falls in the faucet. I'm in the kitchen and it falls in the sink, or if it's raining outside, I drop my phone, right? We've all done it to some degree. Right? Now we drop our phone and it's cracked and we have to go to the cell phone store to get a replacement, and they're transferring our contacts, and for whatever reason, the technician at the cell phone store did everything that they were supposed to, but now our cell phone contacts are lost forever. Right? So guys, don't leave it to chance. Also, for duplication purposes, not everybody who's going to launch in your success team is tech savvy like you or I. They're more comfortable writing the names down, right? So book 4 coffee and jazz mixers, guys. Very simply put, very easy to do. From your list, your senior partner is going to help you to invite individuals over to your home, and just choose your 4 dates. Don't worry about who's going to come, when they're going to come. Just choose your 4 dates. We're going to help you to invite, and we'll help you to set it up the right way. Step 4, plug into the proven success system. Guys, we have a proven success system. As long as you don't add any ingredients to the flavor, right, to the finished product, you will succeed over time during your own pace. But guys, let's just move on here. I definitely want to get into really quick here, exposing, some avenues of exposure, right? Because now that we have our list, right, what are some of the ways we can actually share the opportunity with individuals? Because, some of us may not be able to host a coffee and jazz mixer every single day. Some of us may be able to do so. But there are other resources and tools that allow us to work smart and not hard. Our business model is all about being effective with time, maximizing the different resources and tools that we have. What's our objective when it comes to exposure? Right? Our objective is to ask maybe the power question, maybe the power phrase, right? Maybe to ask a particular question, that would cause that person to say, I'm open. I've been looking to earn extra money. I've been looking for a business opportunity. Right? The next objective during the exposure process is to collect an answer. Guys, our role is to take individuals from not knowing about organic gold to knowing about organic gold. We're not Ganoderma experts, we're not going to be technical and breaking down all types of information about the compensation plan. Our goal and role is to keep it simple, right? And allow the system to enroll the prospect and share the information about the opportunity, right? In addition to that, we got to make sure that we have a right now mentality. Right now mentality, because tomorrow is too late. If we hesitate to share the information with a prospect because of 6 degrees of separation, there's somebody else that's out there who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows the person who we're thinking about sharing the information with. And if we hesitate to pick up the phone and call them and get in contact with them, somebody else will go ahead and contact them. And by the time we reach them, man, Brian, you should have called me. A couple of hours ago, somebody called me from California. Somebody called me from Houston, Texas. And I'm actually going home right now to go ahead and enroll. That's one of the worst experiences, guys. And I'm telling you guys, it's not one to actually experience. So guys, keep it system simple. Keep it system simple. All right? So what are some of the ways that you can actually expose, right? Let's say you were calling Paula. Hey, listen, Paula, I'm glad that I caught you. I only have a few minutes. Why are we going to say that we only have a few minutes? Because we want to let Paula know that we're not going to be on the phone for an hour. This is not some presentation call. I'm not going to be bombarding you with all types of information. The focus is to keep it very brief, to the point, and keep it moving along the way to the next step. So let's have a 30-second mentality, meaning we're not necessarily looking to only just be on the phone with them for about just 30 seconds, because it'll take you about a minute or two, to catch up with them based on family. But the 30-second mindset just says, just be on point with the purpose of the call. The purpose of the call is to find out if they're open, Right? Remember, this is going back to step 2, preparing a list. Because you have a business builders list, a list of potential business partners, now you're going to ask her, hey, listen, Paula, let me ask you a question. Knowing what you know about Starbucks, if you had an opportunity to invest in Starbucks many years ago, would you have done it? Okay, disregard the grammatical error there, guys. But anyway, bottom line, guys, knowing what you know about Starbucks, if you had an opportunity to invest, would you have done so? Right? And we're looking for a positive response from Paula. Let me give a scenario. Excuse me. Let's say you're out and about and you're visiting your friend Paula. Right? Maybe you're at the mall. Maybe you're out to dinner. Maybe you went to go visit her at home. Right? And she says, well, yeah, absolutely I would have. Absolutely. Right? We have what's called the sizzle call. And for those of us that are not on the webcast, let me give you the number. It's 888-465-7778. 888-465-7778. 888-465-7778. And you want to save this in your phone. This is your best friend. This is your 2.5-minute infomercial. Guys, it's not about us explaining the organic opportunity, but it is about us utilizing and leveraging third-party tools that do the explaining for us. Why? Because we want to make sure that Paula, who may be excited about the opportunity, she may not be as sharp as us, where we can speak to anybody. But Paula can ask a question, get an answer, and put someone on this call and have the call do the explaining for her in 2 minutes. Right? So if you're next to someone and you're out and about, go into your contacts, dial the sizzle call, let them hear the sizzle call. Here is what you do next. Right? If Paula loves what she heard, and if she gives you a positive response, just agree with her. Absolutely, same thing I thought. I loved it when I heard it too. Well, Paula's probably going to ask you, well, hey, listen, Simba, how can I get some more information? All right? And all we're going to do is direct to presentation website. We're going to direct Paula to the presentation website. It must be thecoffee.com. It must be thecoffee.com. Right? And when Paula goes there, we want Paula to take a look at the wealth movement, the tab that says wealth movement and full presentation. Wealth movement and full presentation. We want to be very clear and very specific with Paula. Here's why. The website is very user-friendly and it's very simple. It doesn't have a lot of information on it, but it has some information. We want to let Paula know what we want her to take a look at so she doesn't get lost on the website. Right? Now, in addition to that, let's say you ask Paula the phrase that pays. Hey, listen, Paula, knowing what you know about Starbucks, if you had an opportunity to invest, would you have done so? Well, absolutely. Right? And Paula gives a positive response. Of course, agree with her and say, listen, Paula, I found something bigger than Starbucks. Why do you say that? Because it's all about conscious interrupt. We want to interrupt Paula's consciousness. We want to have her think. Right? Then go ahead and say to Paula, listen, Paula, if I provide you access to a private website, will you take a look at the information? For those of us that are online, and you see the word assess, when do you use that particular word? If you're speaking to a business professional or somebody that's a high-level professional, then you use the word assess. If I provide you access to a private website, will you assess the information? Will you look at the information? Right? So you determine which word you want to use, whatever flows best for you based on the person you're speaking to. Right? When the person says absolutely, Paula says yes. Well, listen, Paula, when will you be taking a look at the website? And all you're going to do is wait for a response. Why are we asking these questions? Because we're setting up the appointment to follow up with Paula after she takes a look at the website. But we want Paula to tell us when she's going to be taking a look at the website. And then based on the response given, ask Paula, listen, if I call you at the time, if Paula says, listen, I would have taken a look at it by about 4 o'clock tomorrow, Paula, if I call you, would you have taken a look at the site by then? Yes, absolutely. Right? Here's the follow-up objective. Here is the follow-up objective is to collect a decision. Collect a decision. Right? And all we're going to do is ask her, what did you like best about what you saw? And Paula's going to say, listen, I love what I saw. I have a couple of questions. If Paula says that, then I have a couple of questions, from there, we're going to set up what's called a three-way call. We're going to set up what's called a three-way call. Give me a quick second here, guys. I'm just going to give everybody just a brief insight of what the process looks like when it comes to a three-way call. If you guys notice, all we're doing is we've asked Paula a simple question or a phrase. She's answered very positively, and we've put her in front of some information. Right? So then we're going to go ahead and do what's called a three-way call. Right? And as you can see, this is exactly what I just explained. We've piqued Paula's interest. We asked her a question. She's positive about what I asked her. And/or we probably shared some samples, and then we're going to set up a three-way call. Right? I've already covered this. Here's how it looks. Right? I've already explained this in terms of asking a piqued interest question. We get a positive response. We either put the person on the sizzle call if we're with the person. Right? Just put them on a sizzle call. If you're not with them, then you just direct them directly to the website. Right? And we just ask them, what did you like best? What did you like best? Because now we set up the three-way call. The goal of the three-way call is to get ourselves out the way and put our friend, our prospect, on the phone with an expert. An expert meaning a senior partner. Right? It's not our role or responsibility to do the explaining. If we're doing all the explaining, we're setting ourselves up for a breakdown in the business flow. Right? We should not be the one that's doing all the explaining. We have to use the resources, meaning the websites, the sizzle call, and let all these resources do the bulk of the work for us. This is why our business concept works so well, because there are a lot of resources that will allow a brand new person to grow a successful business without having to know everything from day one. And all we're going to do is edify the expert, meaning speaking highly about the expert. I'm not going to go into a lot of details about edification, but simply put just some quick bullet points about it, though. We're going to edify, speak well about our senior partner. Hey, listen, Joe, I'm working with an incredible gentleman, who's one of the top leaders in the California marketplace, a former engineer. He's one of the top leaders here in Organic Gold, building an incredible business. He's a family man, loves to have fun. He has 100% of the information. And he told me, hey, listen, if I identify anybody that's really sharp, to go ahead and actually get them on the line. Right? And all I'm going to do is do a conference call of connecting the prospect with my senior partner, Mr. Johnson. I'm not going to say, Joe. I'm not going to refer to him by his first name. I'm going to refer to him by his last name. Right? And I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Johnson. And when I get on the phone and I connect them, my responsibility is to have my notebook on hand, my phone on mute, and never to interrupt. Never to interrupt. Right? And take notes. Right? So just to give just a brief overview of what the process is going to look like when we begin to speak to the prospect, pretty much find out if they're open. Right? Pretty much find out if they are open. Right? Once we've identified that guys, they are actually open, we can then go ahead and then direct them to the different resources that we have to expose them to the business, right? So as we begin to wrap up here, guys, just to recap, guys, remember, we're just going to ask, hey, listen, if I provide you access to a private website, will you assess the information? Will you take a look at the information? When will you be taking a look at the website, right? Wait for a response. Based on the time that they give, hey, listen, Paula, if I call you at 5 o'clock tomorrow, would you have taken a look at the website by then? If Paula says yes, call at 5 o'clock. Hey, Paula, what did you like best about what you saw? Listen, I loved everything. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get started. Just ask Paula, what package are you launching with? Silver or gold? If Paula says, listen, I'm ready to launch with the gold pack, at that time, immediately enroll Paula. Immediately enroll Paula after you get done with the enrollment. Here's what you do. You do what's called a lifeline call. Lifeline call. You go ahead and contact your senior partners. Right? Contact a couple of senior partners. Hey, listen, Mrs. Pearson have a brand new business partner, who went ahead and just enrolled with a gold pack. His name is Brian. And he's very excited. Do you have a couple of minutes? Absolutely. And here's what Mrs. Pearson is going to do. Hey, listen, Brian, welcome aboard. You're working with an incredible champion. Lori has been one of our champions building a successful business. She's going to get with you and actually do what's called a game planning session to help you to launch your business. So listen, we're super excited for you. Looking forward to meeting you at the upcoming weekly event in a couple of days. Then you call another senior partner. You call another senior partner. And what everybody's going to do, everybody's going to make you look good. Not come up with stories, but they're going to speak so well about you to your brand new business partner. They're going to edify you in terms of what you've been doing in the business. Right? Also, during the follow-up process, if the person says, listen, I'm not open for whatever reason, I'm not open right now, let's go ahead and acquire them as a customer. Let's acquire them as a customer, because either somebody is going to launch a business or they're going to become a customer. So guys, I'm just giving some brief bullet points, just some brief insights in terms of the exposure process, utilizing the resources, meaning website tools, and also doing the three-way call to help carry the vision to a greater level more than we can, right? Right? So let's just go forward here. And then also, if you have some prospects that only speak French, Mandarin, direct them to go to blacktogold.com. Blacktogold.com. When they go there, they type in their name, they can click on the appropriate language for them, and they can view the same information, the same presentation in about 20 minutes. In about 20 minutes in their native language. Okay, so go to BLACKTO, the word gold.com. All right? So guys, it's all about leveraging all the resources that we have. When we leverage our resources, our workload becomes more simplified. Also, we got to make sure that we're sampling with Black and Latte. This goes back to having the proper reorder. We got to make sure that we have Black and Latte so that we can sample. Right? Excuse me. Guys, when you go to, let me just speed up here, guys. When you go to our team website, WNUglobal.com, WNUglobal.com, you'll actually be able to download, the 4 questions. Very simply put, do you or anyone you know drink coffee or tea at least occasionally? Question number 2, how do you normally drink your coffee, black or with cream and sugar? Third question, how do you know, what's your favorite brand, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts? The fourth question, has Starbucks ever paid you to drink or recommend their coffee? Those are the 4 questions, guys. We're going to be spending a lot of time on that next week as well. But I definitely wanted to just highlight just some basic things here, guys, for everybody to go ahead and actually pay attention to as we build our businesses going into the remainder of this week, and just making sure that we're zoned in on the fundamentals. Just a couple of tools here we want to make sure that we have in our arsenal, and we're promoting these tools. The cash cow. Guys, we know that right now Mr. Holton Buggs is the #1 business coach in the entire industry, in the entire profession of network marketing. The #1 income earner, #1 coach, number one in every category. Right? He put together a 4-disc CD series that he created back in 2000, but he didn't launch, again, I'll go to about 2009, 2010. So the information on these CDs that he created many years ago Guys, it's what's also a part of the major success ingredient in Organic Gold. Imagine your drive time university in your car. You have Mr. Holton Boggs for a couple of hours teaching you how to become a business professional in the profession of network marketing. So guys, this business is so simple. You never have to think about what to do. All you got to do is just do it. As they say with Nike, just do it. And you can go to OG University to purchase your copy of the Cash Cow audio CDs. Guys, you gotta have it. Learn from the number one income earner in our profession that's leading our company. You'll be able to know exactly what he knows, and you apply what he knows. You can become as successful or more successful than him. Next, the monthly achiever calendar. Right? This is how you structure your business. This calendar here, guys, teaches you specifically, word for word, step by step, how to structure your business, how to host a coffee and jazz mixer. Let's just say you're in a marketplace by yourself. You don't necessarily have to have a leader in your marketplace to work with you to grow your business. To be honest, obviously you're going to get some support and coaching over the phone. But if you have your monthly achiever calendar, it tells you verbatim what to do, right? You can go ahead and know how to enroll business partners, how to set your business up, how to track your business. This is literally your calculator. Everything in Organic Gold is calculated, and this particular tool here is not your traditional calendar. It's your monthly achiever calendar. And where do you go to access it and purchase it? Go to oguniversity.com and click on shop. The next tool you want to make sure that you have is the Coffee That Pays DVD. How would you like to have Mr. Holton Boggs in about 25 minutes present the Organic Gold opportunity for you as you're learning how to present? Guys, imagine when you launch your business. You may not be confident in presenting the information, but you pop in the DVD, you hit power, hit play, let Mr. Boggs present the information for you. Maybe you have some Spanish, some contacts who only speak Spanish. Mr. Jose Ardo, right? He presents the information in Spanish. Maybe you have some friends or family members who only speak Greek. Mr. Johnson Torres presents the information in Greek. So 3 different languages that allows you to cover a lot of different demographics to grow your business. Where do you go to access this information? Go to oguniversity.com. You also want to have your flip chart as well, your presentation booklet. Why? Because not all the time you'll have access to your laptop. Also, this allows you to simplify what you do. The same presentation that's on the presentation slide is in the booklet. You can sit in a coffee shop without a laptop, take about 15 minutes, sample some coffee, present the information, and literally read what you see and present the information. Simply put, that's it. Where do you find this particular presentation booklet? oguniversity.com. And guys, definitely go to wnuglobal.com. That's our team site. Guys, there's a lot of resources there, a lot of tools there, a lot of videos there that actually helps you to develop yourself at your own pace from the comfort of your home. You'll get a chance to hear from Mr. Shane Moran. You'll get a chance to hear from Mr. Holton Boggs and a number of other leaders as well. When you go there, click on documents and you'll see, a lot of useful documents, there that you'll be able to go ahead and actually download even as you're coaching business partners who are out of state. This is a great resource for them to plug into because it has important documents on there for them to be able to grow their business as well. If you want to know where all the different events are in Organic Gold, go to ogevents.com, ogevents.com, as well as on oguniversity.com as well, because it's very important to stay plugged in, guys, because there are a lot of events happening all around the U.S., all around Canada, over in Europe as well. By you plugging into ogevents.com as well as oguniversity.com, you'll have access. And if you're brand new or if you've never subscribed to OG University, you want to make sure that you subscribe because there are helpful emails that are sent out from Mr. Boggs as well as from Mr. Man as well. So also subscribe to evictorynews.com.
evictorynews.com. You'll receive direct emails direct from Mr. Shane Moran as well, business tips, and much, 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 much more. And I'm just taking some extra time here, guys, because I know that our team is growing very rapidly, right? And we just got to make sure that we're connected to the resources within Organic Gold that will provide us with helpful information on a day-to-day, every other day, bi-weekly, every month basis, so that we're all growing. Uh, Philadelphia. If you're within 3 to 4 hours driving distance, maybe 6 hours, you know what? I take that back. 8 hours driving distance. This past weekend in Philadelphia, there was a huge Super Saturday conference with Diamond Consultant, Mr. Rod Smith, and Blue Diamond Consultant, Miss Casey Nielsen. Guys, we had a couple of partners, and he's actually online right now from Cincinnati. Simba Gova. Him and his cousin Ephraim drove all the way from Cincinnati. That was about a 10-hour ride. I think they left their home at about maybe 11 o'clock at night. Guys, so distance, when you have a dream and goal, and you know that you found an opportunity to help you to actually accomplish it, you're willing to drive as far as you need to drive to go get the information. So if you're within about an 8-hour driving distance, listen, put this on your calendar now, December 13th in Philadelphia. The man himself, Holton Buggs, the millionaire mentor, coach, everything, right? But it's a ticketed event, and you want to make sure that you go to oguniversity.com and purchase your ticket. The venue, the Philadelphia Convention Center, only holds 2,000 individuals. So you want to make sure that you have purchased your ticket. And then last but not least here, guys, if you have contacts up in the Canadian market, on November 22nd, Mr. Shane Moran is going to be hosting a huge event in Toronto, Canada. Toronto, Canada. So, guys, listen, with that being said, we'll be back online next Tuesday utilizing the webcast technology, going further into the simplicity of our success system, and just ensuring that our business partners, especially our brand new business partners, are clear about the 4 steps, the 4 questions, the simple things that we all need to be doing on a day-to-day basis as we prepare to go into the biggest year of 2015 in all of our lives. So, guys, remember, we'll be back on next Tuesday, same time, utilizing gpoverview.com. So, guys, with that being said, have an incredible evening, guys. It's my hope that this information has advanced your awareness much more than it was prior to actually being on the line. So, guys, take care, be well, have an incredible evening.